Here we presents the top 5 best Wi-Fi extenders. Starting at number 5, Linksys RE7000. The RE7000 is an extender that, while carrying the AC1900 tag, is slightly different than typical 1900 solutions of the past. With the RE7000, Linksys has used a MediaTek platform with 1733 megabits per second capable on the 5G HC band and 300 megabits per second on the 2.4G HC band, giving birth to the AC1900 Plus branding. This compares to typical AC1900 with a 1300 megabits per second 5G HC radio and 600 megabits per second 2.4G HC radio. Additional technology includes MU-MIMO, beamforming, and seamless roaming for those using a MaxStream router and extender. Moving on to the performance, I tested the solution using an AC2600 router in bridge mode to get a solid connection to the 1733 megabits per second band of the RE7000. 2.4G HC performance hovered a touch under 100 megabits per second. While looking at the 5G HC band, I was able to reach over 450 megabits per second. The RE7000 is a solid piece of kit for those wanting to extend their network with AC1900 Plus technology. For those that already have or are planning on picking up a MaxStream solution, this extender will interface even better, offering seamless roaming. As with past extender solutions I have tested from Linksys, the RE700 still enjoys Spot Finder tech to aid in placing your extender for both performance and range. In testing, I found the build quality to be quite good, and the design friendly enough to allow you to plug a device into the top outlet when the extender is using the bottom. Performance, as seen in our chart above, was average for the 2.4G HC band, but the 5G HC band excelled, reaching close to 480 megabits per second. Overall, the RE700 is an excellent solution for anyone wanting to extend their network, but even better for those already on the Linksys bandwagon. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, NETGEAR EX7000. Range extenders offer a way to provide wireless networking to those dead spots in the far corners of your house, but they have a reputation of being tricky to set up. With the Nighthawk AC1900 Wi-Fi range extender EX7000, setup is as easy as it gets, but more importantly, this dual-band extender delivers outstanding throughput on both bands. Unlike most extenders, the EX7000 is big, and it's expensive, but it's equipped with multiple connectivity ports and offers media server and access control features. Its top-shelf performance and robust features set earn it our editor's choice for wireless range extenders. The EX7000 supports 802.11ac Wi-Fi, uses a 1GHz Broadcom BCM4708 dual-core processor, and is capable of speeds of up to 1900 megabits per second. It is equipped with 5 gigabit Ethernet ports, a wireless protected setup button, a reset button, and a power switch, all of which are located on the back of the chassis. A USB 3.0 port is positioned on the front, and the top of the extender has 9 LED status indicators. The extender can be positioned horizontally or vertically using the included vertical mount stand. Easy. After you power up the extender, select the NETGEAR X SSID in your wireless device's Wi-Fi control panel. This launches a new extender setup page, where you must create an account that requires an email address, password, and 2 security questions. Next, select a mode and a Wi-Fi network to connect to, and enter your router's Wi-Fi password. You have an option to enter SSID names and assign unique passwords each band if you prefer, or you can use the default NETGEAR names and passwords. That's all there is to it. At this point you are ready to connect to one of the extender's bands using your Wi-Fi control panel. The NETGEAR Nighthawk AC1900 Wi-Fi range extender gives you the throughput and range performance necessary to provide robust wireless coverage to every corner of your home. It's a breeze to install, and offers enough wired LAN ports to connect to gaming consoles, HD TVs, and other network devices. It also offers access control scheduling and fast lane technology that let you optimize your bandwidth by directing wireless traffic to a specific band. While expensive, the EX7000 costs around $10 less than the amped wireless high-power 700mW dual-band AC Wi-Fi range extender RE820, and it outperforms the latter across the board. If you want to save $40, its sibling, the NETGEAR EX6200, offers lots of features and a friendly user interface, but like the amped RE820, it can't touch the EX7000's performance. All that makes the NETGEAR Nighthawk AC1900 Wi-Fi range extender a shoe-in as our editor's choice wireless range extender. Halfway of my listed number 3. NETGEAR EX7300. NETGEAR's release of its Nighthawk X4 AC2200 saw it join up with other major networking manufacturers such as Amped Wireless and Linksys in providing multi-user multiple input, multiple output or MU-MIMO technology for plug-in range extenders. It is easy to manage and install the EX7300, but it doesn't have a pass-through outlet and is fairly large. However, in the 5GHz tests that we conducted, it did deliver good range performance and high scores, and had a very solid MU-MIMO throughput as well. We've rated this as one of the top options this year. The EX7300 is a bit larger than the Linksys RE7000 and TP-Link RE450 Wi-Fi extenders. However, unlike the TP-Link RE450, it does not utilize external antennas. It instead has an internal antenna array located in its chassis, in addition to multiple high-power amplifiers. The AC2200 is a dual extender that is able to reach 450 megabits per second maximum speeds on its 4GHz band and 1733 megabits per second on its 5GHz band. The most recent performance-enhancing Wi-Fi technologies are supported, including beamforming, where data is sent to clients directly instead of via a broad spectrum, along with MU-MIMO stream, where data is transmitted to compatible clients at the same time rather than sequentially. It may be used as a wired access point or wireless extender. Some of the highest scores from the 5GHz throughput tests have been turned in by the EX7300. On the close proximity test, it had the highest score, to date at 338 megabits per second, which beat out the 310 Mbps from the Linksys RE7000, the 288 megabits per second of the amped AC2600, and the 192 megabits per second of the TP-Link RE450. The EX7300 scores also led the field at 50 feet with 115 megabits per second, and 25 feet at 170 megabits per second. Its 66.7 megabits per second throughput at 75 feet trailed the 85 megabits per second of the TP-Link RE450 and 81.5 megabits per second of the amped wireless REC44M, but did score higher than the 29.1 megabits per second of the Linksys RE7000. If you need to fill dead spots and that cannot be reached by your router, the NETGEAR Nighthawk X4 AC2200 is a great option to consider. It is very easy to install, and also scored some of the fast throughput that we have seen from plug-in range extenders, especially when operated on the 5GHz band. It doesn't have a pass-through outlet, and is a bit on the bulky side, but with these devices that is not uncommon. Compared to the TP-Link RE450, you will pay a little more money for the EX7300, but MU-MIMO stream is supported, and it offers better overall performance. Therefore, the NETGEAR EX7300 is our top pick in range extenders, replacing the TP-Link RE450. However, if your router is getting ready to die, you should instead consider a Wi-Fi system. They require no or very little technical knowledge to use them, are easy to get to set up, and provide whole house Wi-Fi coverage. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2. NETGEAR EX6120. We were generally disappointed with the NETGEAR EX6120's performance in our tests. Though it is common for Wi-Fi range extenders to lose some of the original network strength in the process, the EX6120 only managed to capture and rebroadcast 7 to 13% of the original signal into its expanded network. Compared to devices like the TP-Link RE450, which maintained 90 to 100% of the original network speeds, the NETGEAR extender just doesn't measure up. We integrated the NETGEAR EX6120 into our testing facility's network to run it through 5 different test configurations. These were designed to assess the extender's performance over long, uninterrupted distances, between multiple floors of a building, and with obstructions including walls between the router, extender and test laptop. We used Ixia X Chariot to test the network with and without the extender setup to establish a baseline, and we calculated scores based on the percentage of the original network speeds present in the extended network. We found that the 10 products we tested fell neatly into 3 performance tiers. The top tier boosted 90 to 100% on most trials. The 4 middle products held on to about half of the network throughput, and the bottom 3 averaged around 10% or less. The EX6120 is in the bottom tier, with scores ranging from 7 to 13% in our tests. While we tested the EX6120, our network speeds ranged from 200 megabits per second to 530 megabits per second. Even though the device should be capable of easily handling these speeds, it only ended up extending 20 megabits per second to 52 megabits per second. Because the EX6120 doesn't have a way to check that both bands are connected and extended correctly during setup, there isn't a way to verify that the best band for the job is being boosted. The EX6120's max speeds on the 2.4 GHz band are slower than the max on the 5 GHz band, but they travel farther. It does have a color-coded strength indicator LED that glows green, red or orange, depending on the quality of signal from your router. And number 1. NETGEAR EX3700. We purchased the NETGEAR EX3700 Wi-Fi range extender, so our expert reviewer could thoroughly test and assess it. Keep reading for our full product review. Sometimes, your wireless network just needs a bit of a push. When it comes to dealing with poor connectivity in your apartment or home, wireless range extenders like the NETGEAR EX3700 are an effective option to ensure your internet reaches everywhere you want it to. Even better, it probably won't cost you as much as shelling out for a premium mesh router. The NETGEAR EX3700 Wi-Fi range extender is a viable choice for those looking to save some serious cash, as it offers a decent range boost at a low price, though it does cut a few corners in terms of design and sturdiness. We spent some time testing the EX3700 in our apartment to evaluate its design, network performance and connectivity, and software. Unlike other competitors' svelte designs, the EX3700 has a bit of a bulky body and casing. It resembles a cube-like AC power adapter with 2 antennas on either side. The front is a matte silver, with router, device, power, and WPS indicator lights facing towards you. The left side of the EX3700 has a factory reset button, surrounded by triangular air vents, and WPS, and on-off buttons. They're incredibly easy to push, to the point you may do so by accident, when plugging the adapter into the wall. According to NETGEAR, this particular range extender can handle throughput at 433 megabits per second for its 5 GHz band, and up to 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band. In total, the extender can theoretically hit 750 megabits per second, provided your internet provider can support it. The NETGEAR EX3700 Wi-Fi range extender is a serviceable device that's perfect for anyone on a budget, but it's bereft of many of the bells and whistles its more expensive brethren bring on board. It's more than enough to cover a dead zone or small room, but if you had a large space you want to get strong Wi-Fi connectivity to, you may want to consider more costly mesh router setups. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.